Walk into 10 different Japanese homes, and you'll notice something curious. Despite different sizes, budgets, and family structures, they all share one invisible quality. Nothing looks out of place, ever. Not because these families own fewer things than you, and not because they spend hours cleaning daily. The secret lies in a single governing rule so simple it sounds almost too obvious to matter, yet so rarely practiced correctly in most homes around the world that its absence explains nearly every clutter problem you've ever experienced. The rule is this: every single object you own must have one specific permanent home, and it must return there immediately after each use. Not a general area, not somewhere in that drawer. One exact spot, always the same, every single time. This concept, sometimes called T-shoku in organizational contexts, sounds deceptively basic, but its absence is precisely why most homes spiral into chaos despite constant cleaning efforts. Most people organize backwards. They clean first, then figure out where things go as an afterthought, shoving items into whatever space happens to be available that day. Tomorrow, that same item might land somewhere completely different, because no home was ever truly established. This single inconsistency, objects without fixed addresses, creates the entire foundation of household clutter. This script explores exactly how to apply this one rule completely, transforming an ordinary home into a self-maintaining, perpetually organized space. Consider your junk drawer, your closet floor, or that chair in your bedroom that mysteriously collects clothes. These clutter zones exist precisely because they lack a defined purpose. They're not designated homes for anything specific. They're catch-alls, landing pads for items that don't have anywhere else to go. And once a catch-all zone exists, it grows uncontrollably because it invites more and more random items to join the pile, each one reasoning subconsciously, well, other stuff is already here. This happens because our brains crave the path of least resistance. If putting an item away requires thought, searching, or decision-making, we default to placing it wherever is fastest and easiest, usually the nearest flat surface. Over days and weeks, these temporary landing spots become permanent clutter zones, spreading across counters, tables, and floors throughout the house. The Japanese approach eliminates this problem entirely by removing the decision from the equation. When every object already has one specific, unchanging home, there's no thinking required. No, where should this go hesitation that leads to procrastination. Your keys always hang on the same hook. Your mail always goes into the same tray. Your child's shoes always sit in the same basket. There's no ambiguity, no multiple possible locations competing for attention, just one clear answer, every single time, for every single item you own. Most people believe they already follow this principle, insisting their belongings have a place. But when questioned closely, those places are often vague generalities rather than exact locations. My scarves go in the closet isn't specific enough. Which shelf, which basket, which exact position. Chargers go in the kitchen drawer invites chaos when that drawer becomes a tangled nest of cables with no individual designation. True adherence to this rule demands uncomfortable specificity. Every category of object needs its own precisely defined microlocation, not a broad zone shared chaotically with dozens of unrelated items. This requires an initial investment of thought and effort that most people skip, jumping straight to buying storage bins without first deciding exactly what goes in each one. Start by choosing one category of frequently used items, perhaps your kitchen utensils, your children's toys, or your bathroom products. Ask yourself specifically, where exactly does this live? Not in this drawer, but in this exact spot within this drawer, always in this position, always facing this direction. This level of specificity feels excessive at first, almost obsessive, but it's precisely this precision that eliminates the ambiguity responsible for clutter. When there's truly only one correct place for something, Putting it away becomes automatic rather than a decision requiring willpower or motivation. Establishing a home for every object solves only half the equation. The second, equally critical half is the return journey. The non-negotiable habit of bringing every item back to its designated home immediately after use, without exception, without delay, and without the temptation to just leave it here for now. This is where most organizational systems collapse. People spend hours creating beautiful, labeled, color-coded storage solutions, only to abandon the system within weeks because they never fully committed to the return journey. A perfectly organized closet becomes chaotic again within days if clothes aren't returned to their exact designated spots after wearing them. A meticulously arranged kitchen drawer becomes cluttered again if utensils aren't washed and returned immediately after cooking. The Japanese principle treats this return journey as sacred, non-negotiable, and immediate. There's no "I'll put it away later" exception, because later is precisely how clutter zones form in the first place. Every time you skip the return journey, you're essentially voting for chaos over order, even if just temporarily. Practice this by choosing 3 objects you use daily: your phone charger, your favorite mug, your house keys, and committing absolutely to returning each one to its exact home immediately after every single use, for 1 full week. This creates the muscle memory necessary for the habit to eventually become unconscious and automatic. Implementing this single rule across an entire home can feel overwhelming if approached all at once. So the Japanese method suggests systematic, room-by-room application, rather than attempting everything simultaneously. Begin with your entryway, since it's the first and last space you interact with daily. Assign exact homes for keys, mail, shoes, bags, and outerwear, not general areas, but specific hooks, baskets, or shelves for each individual category. Move next to your kitchen, arguably the highest traffic room in most homes. Every utensil, every appliance, every food category needs its own precise location, positioned according to frequency of use. Items used daily within easy reach, items used occasionally stored further away. Continue to your bathroom, assigning exact spots for every product, every towel, every tool, eliminating the countertop clutter that accumulates when items lack defined homes. Finally, address your bedroom and living spaces, the rooms where clothing, books, remote controls, and miscellaneous items tend to accumulate most visibly. For each room, follow the same 3-step process. Identify every category of object present, assign one exact, specific home for each category, and commit fully to the immediate return journey after every use. This room-by-room approach prevents overwhelm while ensuring the rule is applied thoroughly and correctly throughout your entire living space, rather than partially implemented and quickly abandoned. After several weeks of consistent, disciplined application, something remarkable becomes apparent. Your home requires almost no deliberate cleaning in the traditional sense anymore. There's no dramatic weekend session because there's no accumulated chaos demanding hours of correction. Instead, maintaining order becomes an invisible, automatic byproduct of simply living according to one consistent principle throughout your day. Guests will comment that your home always looks effortlessly tidy, and you'll struggle to explain exactly why, because the effort has become so minimal and automatic that it barely registers as effort at all anymore. This is the ultimate outcome of the one-rule philosophy. Not perfection through intense labor, but perfection through structural simplicity, where every object's fixed home eliminates the countless daily decisions that otherwise accumulate into overwhelming disorder. This single Japanese principle, one home for every object, immediate return after every use, doesn't require you to own less, spend more, or dedicate additional hours to household management. It simply requires unwavering consistency in applying one clear, uncomplicated idea to every single item you own. Master this one rule completely, and you'll discover you never needed a complicated system, expensive products, or exhausting cleaning marathons in the first place. You needed only this, the only Japanese rule required for a truly perfect, permanently organized home.